I'm going through a divorce.
What happened with that?
Basically, my husband stopped meeting my expectations.
What you mean?
So when I met him, when I met my husband, I told him what I expect from a man. The number one rule with being with me is you have to provide. I won't settle for anything less. So my husband ended up losing his job.
He had a job?
Yeah,
where he worked at?
He had a job. He was a manager at a warehouse.
Put the mic in so these people can hear you. He was a manager at a warehouse?
Mm-hmm. He was a manager at a warehouse.
Okay.
So he ended up losing his job. He came home and he told me. I'm like, okay, cool. All right. So a month went by and he looked for me to pay the bills. Who paying what bills? So I was going to consider it if he gave me the money back for paying the bills. And he told me no. He felt like he shouldn't have to do that. What do you mean? When I told you, as a man, I expect you to provide. Under no circumstances will I ever touch bills as long as I got a husband. None. If you can hear.
He probably happy you don't know.
I'm sure he missed me.
A headache? That would be a headache for me.
A woman will fuck you over every time, every day. Shit. And I ain't lying, G. And they will. They will fuck you over every time, every day. If you ain't paying attention, G, they will tear your whole heart out. And you can do the best shit for a woman. They don't appreciate shit sometimes. They don't. They just can't do it. Man, you can do the best shit for a woman. They don't appreciate shit sometimes. I told her when she called me on the phone, I said, honey, I done married again. I got me a good wife, and forget about you. Yes, sir. Forget about you. Because that's all I wanted of her is to let me alone. But I loved her, boy. You know what? I tell you what. I'd work, I'd wear jeans, boy. She go to church with fuzz. I ain't lying. The bracelet, $200 and $500 bracelet, big ring on her finger, singing in the choir. And I've got 2 jobs to boot that goddamn woman, boy. Do you know that? And that's the honest God truth. Huh?
You take care of business as far as I'm concerned.
Who? And man, do you know she was pretty? Man, she had my nose open.
I can see that.
She had my nose open.
Definitely so I see that.
She had my nose open. I tell you what, and right today, every time I think about it, damn it, I get mad. I used to cry over, boy. I ain't lying. Sometimes I be at the job and I had to go and sit in the car for a few minutes. They asked me, said, what's wrong with you, man? And I wouldn't tell them, you know. I didn't want nobody to know I was that weak behind a woman.
Oh, you get
I love her, man. I ain't lying. I love the boy. I told
Men are greedy. Men are greedy. That's what it boils down to.
I don't think so.
No. Y'all greedy.
When men get money, you know what's their thought process when men get money?
What?
I can finally take care of a family. I can get a girl and I can do X, Y, Z with her.
And I can get more than one girl.
No. Even that's the case. Even that's the case, he's still doing for who? Another woman. Now, when a woman gets her money and gets things, what does she say? I don't need a man. So who's really the greedy one? If anything, women are very greedy and selfish. Everything is about me, I, what I can do. And when you talk about when I want a guy that's higher up and you want a guy that's more than you, a higher standard. We was talking about before. Right. You want a man that's higher standard, so he can do what?
I want a man that...
So he can do what?
Take care of his family.
No, take care of you.
Bitch really got on here and said, you know, I can tell how serious to take a nigga based upon where we go for our first date. So everybody in the comments is like, well, all right, super bitch. Where do you have to go on a first date for you to take a man serious? This bitch says an expensive restaurant, somewhere where he sets the tone for the rest of our lives together. You bitches are not Disney princesses, gang. Most of you are whores. And it's not like a bitch don't deserve to go to an expensive restaurant. My thing is, bitch, a date is what? A date is for us to be understanding whether or not we're going to be spending our lives together and developing a legacy, which is children and marriage. So what part of that says you got to eat a $500 steak to figure out if you're going to be a fucking wife or not? You bimbo head bitch. What the fuck do you hoes be talking about other than nothing? I got it. Nothing. Because who the fuck? You don't make sense, bitch. The best part about being 30, gang, you just old enough to peep through the bullshit. You're a seasoned veteran at this point. But you just young enough to entertain it. See, when you 40, you don't even entertain little hoes like this. I'm young enough to be like, no, bitch, you're dumb.
When your money slip, they going to the next nigga. They going to the next nigga who got that money. And then when they get that money, they can play with that nigga and then coming home to you being a fool. You know what I mean? And then you that dumbass nigga sitting there, oh baby, what you did? What you do today? That bitch, she can lie to you. She can lie like a lawyer. She lie like a lawyer all the time. A woman lie like a lawyer, dog. Man can lie to you. Can lie. And then, look, when you say, man, I'm fed up with the bullshit, where you been at? She gonna say, I've been on my cousin's house. You a goddamn lie, cause I call your cousin, motherfucker. You ain't there. You a goddamn lie. And then, see, motherfuckers lie like a lawyer, man. See, they lie like a lawyer to make sure they okay. And then, now she mad at the cousin. Hey, I can't knock no men from doing what they do because, hey, if you treat me wrong, I'm gonna treat you wrong.